and welcome to See or Not to See, the only movie review show that you should care about. I am your host, Jeff Wilson, and y'all know my counterpart, David Price. So here we're going to review some really cool movies tonight.
Yes, we are.
We got 1776, the musical.
Nice classic from the 70s.
Yes. The General from the 1927. And I am trying a new segment out called the 5 in 5, where I'll attempt to do 5 movie reviews in 5 minutes.
It's nice. It's kind of like a movie dork marathon. That's awesome. It's going to be fun to watch.
Thank you.
For those of you who are new to the show, our rating system is kind of specific here. We made it up ourselves. As you might guess from the title, To See or Not to See. It's a spiff off of the quote from Hamlet. And so naturally, our rating system is based on the master William Shakespeare. A positive 1 to 5 on the scale, which means this is at least worth renting, is based on William Shakespeare, what we call Williams. So right. Rating of 1 to 5 Williams. If it's a negative 1 to 5, which means don't watch it if you find it in your mother's closet, just sell it on eBay, it's going to be ranked in William Shatner's or Souders, if you prefer. With that, let's go ahead and start Jeff's segment, the 5 on 5 or 5 in 5.
All right.
That sounded kind of wrong. All right.
Yeah.
So let's just count you into that.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Take a breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we'll start off with The Mist. Now, what can be said about the Stephen King adaptation except it was a huge disappointment? The storyline builds up for a shocker ending, but then falls flat on its face. The story is based in a lakeside town where a huge storm has just hit. As the town is cleaning up, the aftermath, an eerie mist rolls into town, and you can't see anything. So the townfolk try to explore the mist, and they get attacked by these strange creatures we don't know. Here's where the story starts to lose its edge, though. As it's revealed, the attack of the creatures is nothing more than mutated insects, as you guessed. So anyways, the story progresses. Our hero character decides that he and his friends and his son cannot stay in the store because they will be doomed. So what do? They try to escape. Unfortunately, they use an SUV which runs out of gas. So analyzing their situation, they decide that they will die instead of being killed by giant bugs, so they shoot themselves. Only unfortunately, they have a revolver with 5 rounds. So the hero shoots everyone in the car, they all die, then he goes and tries to find a bug to die. Unfortunately, the army has already started killing everything, and the mist clears up, and he is left alone. So he shoots his son and dies. So this movie manages to pull off a 1 out of 5 Shatners. All right, next movie. Waiting for my prompter. I Am Legend, starring Will Smith. I was excited to see this movie. Unfortunately, it also fell on its face to me. It looked like a combination of Outbreak and 28 Days Later. The military creates this super bio weapon which turns victims into zombies. And what should happen is it gets leaked out. And now everyone's infected. Will Smith's character has put in in charge of finding a cure, but is not successful. Billions die. Will Smith is left alone with a dog who is, for some reason, immune to the virus. The dog contracts the virus. Will Smith has to kill his dog. Girl comes along as Will Smith is just about to die. She saves him, but she leads them back to his house. He is now successful at finding a cure. So he gives it to the woman who sabotaged his house, and he dies. Very disappointing ending to me. I was utterly disappointed. I thought it could have been a lot better.
But it sounds like there's some nice sexist morals in there.
Oh, yes, definitely. Pandora's Box is edition. So, I can only give this a 2 out of 5 Shakespeares. All right. Enchanted by Walt Disney. In this movie, what you see is what you get. It is a Disney princess movie to the very end. A princess is all lined up to marry Prince Charming. But the evil stepmother sends her to the real world to get her out of the picture. So she meets our McDreamy man, who is also pledged to be married to somebody else. What should happen? The princess and the man from the real world fall in love. Meanwhile, Prince Charming is trying to find this princess in the real world. He's getting lost. But not to worry. It's not that he's not kicked out of the picture. He gets the fiancée of the real man. So everybody changes partners, and it's just, I can only give it 2 out of 5 Shakespeare.
Disney finally made a romantic fantasy about infidelity.
There you go. And so the next movie, Hitman, I was also kind of excited to see if they could actually do a successful video game adaptation into a movie. So it had real potential to work if the screenwriters would have gone and asked the developers of the video game to write the story instead of letting Hollywood screenwriters write it.
Does that ever happen?
No. The plot line was way too hard to follow, too many holes in the plot line. Action was great, and the special effects were very well done. Sad fact is the movie promised what so many have tried to do in the past is that's a successful adaptation of a video game into a movie. Like its predecessors, it failed to do so, and Hitman misses the mark and only gets 1 out of 5 Shakespeares, only for special effects. Now, National Treasure 2, The Book of Secrets.
I've heard good things.
It was one of the highlights in the theaters over Christmas break, and this movie hit on all cylinders and exceeded all expectations. The cast from the original are back and looking once again for more treasure. This time they're looking for the City of Gold to vindicate the Gates family name, Nicolas Cage's character. Of course, the only way to find this mysterious treasure is to look all over the world, follow clues throughout history, and it even has him kidnapping the President of the United States, which the current one, people would applaud him for that. So National Treasure 2 leaves no one for disappointment, and it gives everything that's promised, and this movie managed to get a 4 out of 5 Shakespeares.
Nice.
And
was that it? Wow.
That was
you made it.
All right.
Applause. And let me just add, I've always wanted to see Nicolas Cage play the part of Lara Croft. Like from the previews, he does a great job.
He does. It was National Treasure 2. It was the last movie I saw before I came back, and I was so excited about it. It just left me with this great feeling that I was vindicated for having to see all these other crappy movies. So, go see National Treasure 2 if you haven't seen it. I recommend it. So.
Nice. Well, we've hit the new ones. Let's talk about a classic.
Well,
The General, Buster Keaton.
We'll do that when we come back.
Oh, crap. Make me wait. Yeah, sure.
We gotta, let our sponsors get their money's worth. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We got some classics coming up for you.